In this video, I'm going to show you how much my 1,000 subscriber small YouTube channel makes in the lucrative finance niche. So we've just hit the milestone of 1,000 subscribers on this channel, so thank you so much to each and every one of you that subscribed so far. My goal was to try and get 1,000 subscribers in a year, and we've luckily managed to do it in just 4 months. So I'm really pleased with the progress we've made so far. So I was thinking about what I could do for 1,000 subscribers special, and I thought, what better way than to show you guys how much I make. And all of the people that have said I'm in it for the money and I'm just doing it for the money, in this video you'll see what I've made and what it really takes to make a YouTube channel work. And you can see just how lucrative or not lucrative a finance channel can be, as finance channels are regarded as being one of the highest paying niches on the platform. And I thought this would be really interesting because we can look back at certain milestones and see how much I've made. When we get to 5k, 10k or maybe even 25k subscribers, we can take a look back and see how much the channel's made. You can see how these stats have changed. So make sure you subscribe and stick around for the journey. So I want to keep this video quite specific and not vague and not just ramble on about YouTube growth. I want to talk about what my goals are, what we've made, and then ask you guys for some input on what you'd like to see next. So first, let's just mention, what is the goal of this channel? Well, my goal really is to help as many people as possible invest. I certainly didn't invest early enough. The more I can spread the word of investing and how you can make more money and how to properly save your money, the better. And I'd really like to spread some honest advice about crypto because I feel there's so much hype. It really takes away the fundamentals of it and isn't a true representation of what crypto is. Although I get a lot of hate when I make that kind of content, I think it is nice to share and raise awareness and just give some truth to the industry. I'd also really like to share ways to make money online because really I've done that for the past 13 years and I know all about it. I've worked with hundreds of clients and would love to share that info with you. And most of all, I want to document my journey, my saving goals, where I'm up to, what I'm buying, what I'm selling, and share that information with you guys and just be a good, transparent source of information. Because really, I think there's so many people giving advice, but they don't actually show what they've got. And for me, I need the proof in the pudding. If I'm going to follow someone's finance advice and what they're doing, I want to see what companies they own and show me your portfolio. Don't hide it away. Open the doors and be transparent. And that's what I want to do here. I'll show you what I've got, what I'm investing in, and everything I make on this channel. Nothing's going to be hidden away, it's all there for you to see. Now I've mentioned my goals for the channel, let's dive straight in and talk about what you guys really want to see, which is the money. So currently, I only really have 3 revenue goals for the channel. I'd like to add more in, but I'll have to see how the channel grows, and as they grow, I can think of some more options. So let's dive into these revenue sources and talk about the first one, which is Google Adsense. For those of you who don't know, Adsense is essentially ads that play on the video and I get a cut of the income. And that's why finance is supposed to be so lucrative, because there's high paying ads on the videos and therefore you get a higher cut of that money. Now in terms of our stats for this, over the last 28 days we've had 16,000 views, 1.3k watch hours, which is fantastic, and we've gained 477 subscribers, so I'm really happy on how the channel's been growing. But this is where it's a bit of a letdown. If we take a look at monetization, you'll see yes, although I've hit the required subscribers to be monetized, I'm still a way away from the watch hours. We've got 2,600 watch hours out of a required 4,000. Now I have to hit them in order to apply to get ads on the channel, and this is something YouTube added because it's kind of a validation for your channel. It has to get to this point to show it's worth putting adverts on and you've kind of proved yourself on the platform. Although YouTube are coming out with the option that they're going to put ads on videos anyway, even if I don't get a cut of it, which is fair enough. I mean, it is their platform. So hopefully in the next month or so, I'll hit that monetization and that will boost up the revenue. Now here you'll see a breakdown, and this is a spreadsheet that I'm going to use to track our progress. So you can see at the moment we've got 1,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. Now the second revenue stream that I'm going to mention is match betting. Now you'll see I've mentioned in a couple of videos before about match betting. Match betting is basically a way for you to take advantage of the bookies and easily make an extra £500,000 a month tax-free that you can use to invest or whatever you need it for. So I actually made about £6,000 for this, and the software I used was Profit Accumulator. So when I refer people to that, I actually get a small commission when they sign up. Now bearing in mind that this money is money not in the last month, it's money from the very start of my channel. So this is over a 4-month period. So far from match betting on this channel, I have earned £118. Which is really nice. It's not something I massively promote, but I like to drop the link in there if anyone's interested in making some extra money. Now my third revenue stream is from free trade. Now how this works, when someone uses my link to sign up for free trade, they get a free share and I get a free share. So the total of all of the free shares that I've got so far has been £305. Now that seems a great sum, but when you spread it out over 4 months and the fact these are between £5 and £15 in value the majority of the time, I've got lucky and got a few that were £40, but they do slowly come in and it's a nice little boost. And that's mostly for my video recommending the best stocks and shares ISA, where free trade came out on top. Hopefully when things like Trading 212 open back up, I can include them and hopefully make a bit more money that way. So as I mentioned, the Adsense has made nothing so far, but hopefully once I get monetized, that will come in as another revenue stream. So my total for all of this comes to £424 over the past 4 months. Now just breaking that down with some stats, I've currently made 30 videos. Now this is where it gets quite scary on the amount of time it takes to make videos. I would say at the beginning it took me even longer, but now on average I would say it takes me about 8 hours per video. So that brings us in at 240 hours so far making videos, which would put my hourly rate, which is absolutely fantastic. Hold tight onto your seats for this one because it's so huge, at £1.76 per hour. Now you see the next thing on my list is mental time, and you'll wonder what is mental time and how does that play in? Although it takes a lot of time for me to make a video, it takes a lot of mental capacity to think about it around it. Now what do I mean by that? Well actually when I'm not making videos, I'm thinking about making videos, I'm checking the stats on videos to make sure they're doing alright. And actually it does occupy a large amount of your mental capacity. And I think this is really important to mention. It's not a massive amount of time, but on average I would say that's another 4 hours per video. So my total time for making videos so far has been 360 hours, and my real rate is actually £1.17. And I think it's important to look at these stats because obviously if I wasn't putting the time into this, I could put the time into my normal business, which I certainly don't charge £1.17 per hour. And obviously it's important to recognise that this is an investment, so hopefully as time goes on I'll make more money from doing it and it'll be more viable. So all this work I'm putting in will hopefully pay off in the future. So it'll be really interesting at the next milestone to see how it's compared. So in terms of my revenue goals, well, what I'd really like to do is take all of the income generated by this channel and invest it, and then do a challenge where we try and take that to 10k, 50k or 100k, whatever it might be, just from YouTube income. And I think that would be really interesting and something personally I would like to watch. I'm hopefully going to start that once it starts earning some more money and I get some AdSense revenue. And luckily I'm in a position where I don't need the cash from YouTube to survive. I've got my regular business, which is a web design agency for those of you who don't know. So that keeps me busy on a day-to-day basis. And I'm thinking about whether I could start a Patreon and maybe give you guys all of my trades as and when I make them. But it really has to add value to you guys. I'm not going to do it just for the sake of it. And I'm not really in this just for the money. I do want to help people. But at the same time, I really need to make enough money to make YouTube viable. If I can get this channel making more money, then maybe I can spend more time making videos. I'd really like to spend more time on videos, get more content out for you guys and help more people. So the question is, where do we go from here? Well, the kind of videos I want to make are going to be my portfolio updates. I'd really like to share some cool stories with you guys over the years, how I invested over £10,000 copy trading. I've got videos on how I nearly got sued by Warner Brothers, some really interesting stuff. And I'd really like to start a new trading on copy trading using eToro, because I think that's a really interesting and fun thing to watch. And as I said, I'd like to get more information out there and get more people investing. So I'd really like to put the question to you guys, what kind of content would you like to see? Because that's a huge impact on what I want to make. If I make content that doesn't really resonate with you guys, then it's not really worth me making. I want to make content that's going to reach as many people as possible. So let me know down below what kind of stuff you guys would like to see. And thank you guys so much for watching this, subscribing and being part of the journey so far. And I can't wait till we hit our next milestone to see how we've progressed from this point. And let's see whether we can get this small YouTube channel to the moon. Thanks.